What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Venomcast. I'm your favorite host, John K. To my right, Mr. Kyle Zittel, and down below me, the ginger-bearded man, Michael Dean, South Carolinian, Carolinian, Carolinian. Should have won Dover. It got ripped from his hands by a not-so-nice man. We're not going to talk about it. However, we are going to talk about the beginning of season number 4 in Venom, and it has been a barn burner early, boys. Before we dive into it, any early thoughts with no spoilers? I said no spoilers.
Not a spoiler. I mean, there's a spoiler on the truck right there.
Well, as any great racing organization should, we started in Daytona. Any oval track racing organization, I should say, should. We started in Daytona, 70 laps, the Venom World 175, and it was broadcasted live on PTM Racing on Facebook. PTM Racing, right?
Yeah.
PTM Racing TV or PTM Racing?
That's it.
PTM Racing TV.
PTM Racing TV. We made our TV broadcast debut. Good Lord. Garrett Rainey sat on the pole. My guy G Rainey, he's going to win a race this year.
True story.
I think if we get the strategy right, we'll get to it. But Garrett Rainey wins the first duel, and then I think Nathan won the second duel. RNS locks out the front row. I pushed Garrett to the win in the first one with Ryan Dye's help because we all got separated. It was a two.
I wrecked the field.
Michael wrecked the field. That'll go right here. Michael Dean
Rex Field.
The whole field. Only barely.
I really don't think that one was your fault, if I recall it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of net code in that, but
a little bit of net code. It happened. It happened. It was just a dual race. Nobody cares. Zittel, where did you end your dual races at?
Laugh. I got Paul and I were hooked up, and he was kind of talking, saying, I don't know what's going to happen in front of us. It looks really weird in front of us. Something bad's going to happen. Boom, smash, something bad happened. And I ended up wrecked on the apron exiting 4, and I put my foot to the floor, and nothing happened. So that was a tow back to pit road and a last place finish.
Was that in the first duel or the second one?
The first one.
Okay. Yeah, that ending was exciting. I think Garrett, I was looking at Zittel on my screen. Garrett won that in the grass, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
He beat me by like a fender. It was sick. That's the perfect way to kick off your duels, right? I mean, just uber exciting.
Especially first time ever being broadcasted.
Yeah,
you couldn't get much better than that.
We put on a show. And then it was typical super speedway racing when we got to the Garrett Rainey's first pole. I don't know if I mentioned that. I said he sat on the pole. I didn't think I said it was his first one.
Yeah.
First pole. First pole for the Rain Man. RNS 3BM controlled the early part of the race. We ran up front for a good chunk of it. Garrett led laps. I led laps. Nathan led some laps. We ran side by side for the first half of the race. It was intense, and I think that's what Venom's all about right there, is having enough trust in the guy next to you to run side by side at a super speedway and go green.
It was you said it was super speedway racing. It was Venom super speedway racing, the cleanest racing you've ever seen.
Yeah, I feel so bad for dropping all the way to the back very slowly now, because I knew something was going to happen, and it never happened.
It never happened. That's kind of not. It's not a bad idea though. It's a crapshoot when we have 180 new rookies. It feels like there was a lot
most of them are really good though.
They are. They're very skilled, very clean. That race went green for what seemed like forever. I don't even really remember. We didn't have a caution till the end.
Nope. Like lap 68 or something.
Yeah.
We probably would have had a caution in real life for the first round of pit stops.
Brantley Gainey, right? Got sideways, or somebody did.
There probably would have been a caution for that too. So there probably should have been two.
Yeah. Our first round of pit stops was me, Paul, Kyle Dooming, and the Ellison or the sergeants and all those guys. We came down pit road and
three quarters of the field.
Yeah. And the Paul Sargent hit the brakes a little too hard.
Yeah.
And he spun it. I had to slam the brakes in front of Paul Sargent to not hit him, and snuck up on my box in a 4-wheel slide into my pit box. When you have the first pit stall, it seems a little, it catches up to you.
The first pit stall you see, not the first pit stall on pit road, not the number 1 stall. You had the number 30 stall.
I had the number 30 or 29 or whatever.
So Zittel, what pit strategy were you guys on?
2 stops. So we took the first 50 laps, maybe a little less, 40, and then came down full fuel, and then ran 20 more, and then came down again and knew that we didn't have to stop again, and it would have been a freight train coming along the top until you guys needed to pit.
Michael Dean, what strategy were you on?
The survival strategy.
That sounds a lot like RNS.
Yeah, I don't know that we had. We kind of had talked about it with somewhere around 30. I think we ended up coming like 34. And that put me when the caution came out that brought out the green white checkered. I was leading the race because you and Garrett Rainey had pitted. And I had enough fuel to make it. I know that the pack that pitted was coming on strong. They were on the move. We were gonna have a fight on our hands, but I think we would have done better than 11th.
Yep. Spoiler alert. Me and Garrett tried to stretch it out the whole way, and Michael Dean, I'm gonna break your heart by saying this, but I would have gone with my teammate. In that situation, if it's Zittel, I'm hanging Zittel out to dry and going with Michael Dean. But
and I should have known that, but not to throw Cole under the bus or anything, but he did wreck my other 2 teammates, so
it
was a little scary.
It was we were a little off on the strategy. We ended up 2 laps short, and actually Garrett and I were coming to pit road, and this is probably what saved our race. I say saved our race. We could have ended up lap down and wherever in the field, but Garrett and I end up coming down, and the wreck happens behind us as we're coming down pit road. So that brings out the caution. I was begging for a caution when Brantley Gainey spun. Hindsight being 2020, should have pit with the other 3/4 of the Discord when Zittel dragged them all down.
Yeah.
And for that second pit stop, should have just pit, topped off, and been on our way. But like hindsight's always 2020. So
yeah, that caution comes out. Full disclosure, I have a full blown come apart. Me and Paul and Andy and whoever else is behind us are on a freight train on the top line, and I had just caught Nathan and Ryan, who was the back of your guys' group, and I heard caution, and I full on just yell, "You've got to be kidding me!" Just already completely forgetting in my mind that you guys had to pit.
Right.
Just knowing that you had to pit, seeing you and Garrett pull off, and I'm like, "There's no way they can make it." But I was a little upset.
Yeah, we were upset too, because I would have been glued to that 17's back bumper, and I would have been more than happy to finish P2. Again, no offense, Michael Dean.
No problem. I was surprised when you guys pitted, because Garrett had managed to wind up right behind the lap car, and was using him for the draft. And I thought, for sure he would have had enough to make it, but I think y'all pitted a couple laps before we did the first time.
Yeah, we didn't quite have the steam to get all the way there. We pit, I think, 2 laps before Insert Coin did, and that's because we just sat up front leading the whole time. But again, like I said, we should have changed it on the fly. I really thought about it, but I was like, no, I'll just stick with the team, and we're all going down on this boat together at that point. So we have a green-white checker. Zittel, where do you restart at?
I restart P1.
P1, front of the field.
P1 having a full blown panic attack because I've never seen that few laps to go and P1 at the same time.
Well,
at least in a league race.
You've been up there. You were P2 at Chicagoland with 10 to go, I believe, and then
P2, and I ran out of tire and got passed by one person.
DJ Thomas, wasn't it?
Yep.
Was it DJ?
Yep. And then I was P3 all throughout Auto Club and just didn't have enough. There wasn't a caution to bring us all together to try to go for it.
So you're having a full blown panic attack. Michael Dean's gonna talk to his roommate real quick.
It's like an every time occurrence.
Every time occurrence.
Like an Easter egg.
I restarted back in the pack. I was excited for a little late race scramble, but I didn't. I didn't make a wrong decision. Was coming through with a run and somebody dropped down right in front of me, and I had to either turn right or wreck them, so I turned right, and then I ended up making a wrong decision. I should have hooked up with Nathan and drove up. It would have ended up near the front.
Yep.
But I just made a wrong decision and ended up wrecking the whole back half of the field. Coming to the checkered flag is Mr. Kyle Zittel. Welcome to the club, sir.
That part I should quit clapping.
First career win. No, you can clap, Dean. Your time. Trust me, you've been up front of enough plate races and you've got speed at enough tracks that it's coming, and it has to. I mean,
Eventually.
I'm gonna be honest. I won a race, and you're much better than I am, so it's gonna happen. But Kyle Zittel, he groups up 3/4 of our Discord together. All the teams align with him, and he gets his first win. But as he so correctly pointed out before we started recording, the man that pushed him across was Paul Ellison, his teammate. Tell me what you're feeling when you cross the start finish line, man. I know, having been there, it's special. I was almost crying when it happened to me. So kind of tell the people at home what it feels like to know you're going home with a trophy, not just any trophy, but you're gonna get a special trophy because Daytona's got a special trophy, I guess.
Big trophy.
Special
trophy. Yeah. So like I said, I had a full blown come apart. Had to be brought back down to earth by Paul and just told, take the outside, cross the line, come down in front of me, and they'll never see us again. And he was 100% correct. I took the line, came down in front of him, and he said, you know what I'm going to do. And I got 2 shoves, one down the backstretch, coming to the white, and then one out of 4 where my hands do a full, because it felt just right coming out of the banking that I was like, oh shit, and I had to turn the wheel to the right a little bit. But that was it. And yeah, it's just yelled yes, just over and over, and just cross the line. And I look in my mirror and I can see people flipping over. I was like, oh boy, that looks cool.
It wasn't me, but it was me. All right, it wasn't me. I'm gonna blame Michael Dean.
Did I do that?
I'm just kidding.
I might have.
No, I don't know. We'll put the replay here and we'll leave it up to the viewers. I stuck my nose in there trying to go 3 wide, trying to get the run.
I also did the same thing.
And Michael Dean comes down on me a little bit, and Ryan Dye ends up doing a Ryan Newman impression.
Yeah, he is in the air and being passed underneath him.
It is one of my favorite TikToks I've made. Yeah, it was impressive. It was a cool finish. Shout out Zittel, man. That's awesome, dude. I'm so happy for you. You literally called it on the last podcast. You said you were going to get your first win, and you wasted absolutely no time getting it.
No time. Yeah, starting in the back was, I went from shotgun on the field all the way through, and for about the first 10, 15 laps, me and Andy are just hanging out in the back, just hanging out, kind of back and forth on the throttle, and he just goes, "You want to go to the front?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is ridiculous. Let's go." And we found one little gap on the top line and just took off, and just got right behind a couple other people, and never ended up in the back again until we had to pit.
Yeah, went from zero, wrecking out in the dual race, to hero, taking the first checkered flag of the season, and it could have. And even with the pit strategy, I think you still end up winning that race. Michael Dean can block for his whole life, I think.
Yeah.
I think just there's too many numbers there, and again, that's a heartbreaker. And my heart goes out to Michael Dean because
I don't think I would have won that race, to be fair. I don't think I would have won it. I think I would have finished better than 11th, but
probably would have finished better than 11th had you not been sideways crossing the start finish line. But again,
oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe.
Not at that point. And not at that point. You must have saw the same hole that I did, and we both went for it.
I think that's kind of what it looked like from not from the replay point of view, not from my point of view. My point of view was, damn, Dean just turned down on me and blocked the hell out of me. All right, I like it. I like it a lot. So Kyle Zittel, 4 laps led. He led the most important ones. Paul Ellison comes home second. Kevin Sargent returns from the basement of Raging Moose and the forests of Maine to take home the final podium spot. David Fay, underrated plate track racer, by the way. David Fay, really my God, he puts a plow on the front of his truck and just pushes you to the front. Like if you get in front of him, you're going to the front, no matter what. If I can speak from experience, I did it at Talladega and then hung him out to dry twice. Sorry again, David, if you see this. Coming home in 5th, rookie Dylan Frazier, his first race in the 38, abandoned by Superkick Racing. That is no more. He led 10 laps. Nathan Reynolds comes home in 6th. The champ returns, only to go missing again. Two laps.
It's a long plane ride.
Yeah, he got lost. I think they sent him to Ethiopia.
On a mission trip.
On a mission trip, handing out more Andy Politsky t-shirts.
Andy Politsky Daytona winner.
Andy did not deserve. Andy did not deserve that. No, Nathan's currently moving, so our 2-time champ will have to wait to see if he can become a 3-time champ sometime soon. In 7th, another rookie, Pascal Simard is
what I've been saying.
Simard. I'm good with Simard. Pascal, if you see this, please let me know. I hate getting last names wrong. In 8th, Andy Politsky, you're not points leader at that point. He is the points leader now. We will discuss after Dover. Kyle Dumig comes home with 9th. Ryan Dye, about 80 feet in the air, finishes 10th. Michael Dean with 3 laps led, 11th. Me, 12th, with 6 laps led. Brantley Gainey recovers from getting spun, I think, twice.
He was on pit road. He was on pit road for like 30 minutes.
And he comes home 13th.
That's crazy. He knows how to.
No, that might have been Dover. I'm thinking.
I think that was Dover. Yeah, that was Dover. He knows how to salvage a race, man. He's done it before.
Well, he wrecks a lot. Sorry, bro. I'm just picking, buddy.
Eric Breeding comes home 14th. Garrett Rainey, 28 laps led, 15th. Pit strategy, not in our favor again. Sorry, Garrett. Sam Dunaway comes home a strong 16th. Jeff Langston in 17th. Corey Rutherford in the 50 and 18th. Michael Krall led 12 laps in 19th. He pit late too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He got caught up in a little spat on the backstretch.
No,
on the white flag lap.
He pit though.
I think he pit before you and Garrett did.
Us. Yep. Yeah. Tough break for Michael Krall. That would have been a hell of a result. Rookie
Tristan. The outside line didn't go on the restart, so he got stuck behind that.
Oh, yeah. That's not fun. Rookies Tristan Underwood and Stephen Durham, 20th and 21st. Jeremy McKinnon, 22nd, William Salamone. In 23rd, Jan Van Leer. In 24th, Cole Maxwell. 25th, Paul Sargent. 26th, Flinky Roberts. In 27th, Carter Jokiel. In 28th, and Ryan Pittman in 29th. Crazy to think we had 29 trucks. That's the biggest field I think we've had in a while.
In a while.
It's been a long time. Probably since the beginning of season. I don't even think we had 29 trucks at the beginning of season 3. Definitely season 2 at some point.
So, little behind the scenes for you. Jeff Langston, 17th place, gets put in the wall on the white flag lap.
Yeah,
down the back stretch.
I almost ran in the back of him.
So something happened where Nathan bumped him. He said, because Nathan congratulates me and goes, if I don't get bumped and bump Jeff into the wall, I was gonna push him on the outside to the line. And I told him, quote, then any truck between 7 and 10 wins that race because I throw the block of the century.
That is incredible. Biggest field we've had since the beginning of season 3. We had 25 at iRacing Super Speedway and 25 at Kentucky. We had 30 the first 2 races of the year.
Man, remember that race?
Kentucky?
No, iRacing Super Speedway.
I would like to not.
Oh,
I do. I would like to not. I hated that race.
It's a crazy racetrack.
Yeah, screw that place. Man, Kyle Zittel wins the opening race of the season. Talks about how plates are his baby. Yep, thank you. The applause is going wild right now.
Nice seeing everybody. Goodbye.
The applause is going wild right now.
Like birdie in hole 1 of a round of golf. See y'all later.
Yeah. So that leads the points championship after week 1. That's pretty cool. Man, great start for Zittel Inc. Getting their second win ever.
Yeah, second win.
Second win ever.
Nice.
First win by a full-time team driver.
First time win by a full team driver. Great job by Zittel. Great driving, man.
Thank you.
First. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And then we go to Dover. The fallen, not forgotten 132 laps around Miles the Monster. There we go. Words are hard. Man, Dover, tricky track. It's a tricky track. It's fast. It is unforgiving. It is extremely hard on tires. And it was a race. I don't think I ever caught myself laying off to try and save at any point in that race. Cautions came out at some untimely times, and strategy really became the name of the game once again. 2 races into the season, 2 very heavily strategy-based races just because of how the cautions fell. Michael Dean, where did you start your afternoon in Delaware?
15th. No, I started 5th, I think. I was closer to the front.
I was gonna say you started up front, I thought.
Yeah.
P5 for Michael Dean.
Probably one of my best qualifying runs ever.
Kyle, where'd you start at? You started 18th. In the back. I was gonna say you started in the back again.
Yeah, I am not a fan of qualifying at Dover. There's a fine line between speed and wreck, and I do not know where that line is by myself.
And you did wreck, I take it.
I ran 2 clean laps. I just didn't not very fast.
Where did I start
my
at?
second qualifying lap.
John K had a P6 starting position.
P6. On the outside where I wanted to be, honestly. Out of all the practice restarts we did, I wanted to be on the outside.
Yeah, your starting top 10 was Ryan Dye, Eric Breeding, Flinky Roberts, Pascal Simard, Michael Dean, John K, William Salamone, Andrew Politsky, Michael Krall, P9, and Rodney Roberts in 10th position.
Great qualifying effort by Michael Krall. How about Flinky, too, starting, P3 you said?
P3.
I think that was his best qualifying ever.
I think so.
Has to be. he was on rails the first half of the race. I don't really know what happened to him late. Actually, I do know what happened to him late. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Me and Michael Dean started next to each other, and 99% of the time, as it happened at Daytona, me and Michael Dean starting next to each other or ending up next to each other is bad news.
Yep.
Not this time. Finally, me and Michael Dean don't wreck each other.
Yeah, you did. I mean, you had me from the start, just
Yeah.
with that top lane.
I think the top was preferred. I liked being on the top for the restarts. I was on the bottom a couple times, and I would quickly work my way, not even to the top, but to the middle. The middle line was so strong on restarts. You could carry more speed, and you'd have more momentum coming off the corner. Yeah, I found myself quickly up spots, and at one point it was 1, 2, 3, Ryan, Eric, and me. Andy came, you said 9th, 8th, something like that. He didn't qualify the greatest.
Andy started 8th.
Andy started 8th, and he was quickly in my mirror, and he ended up dominating. He led 85 laps once he got to the front, and Ryan goes, "You guys couldn't hold Andy up?" And it was like, no, there was no holding Andy up.
No.
Andy was fast. We get an early caution, and Flinky and I think it's Ryan Pittman stay out.
Yeah. Yep.
And yep, and then you get a good little dogfight between me, Andy, and Ryan on fresh tires, and those two on old tires, and then eventually they really broke up into me, Andy, and Ryan just kind of running away. Carson started deep in the field. I think he started last, I think. McKinnon did not start very well either.
Yeah.
And I have to make a public apology because me and Carson got together, and Carson was fast. I think Carson ends up with a top 5, definitely a top 5, possibly a win. I don't know. It just depends on how the race plays out. But battling on old tires, I'd gotten around him, and then lap traffic, which was huge. It's not really something we've had to deal with in Venom races, is lap traffic. Had to deal with some lap traffic, and Carson got back around me, and I was going back around him on the outside, and we got together. I got a little loose coming off the corner because truck just gets light there, and especially with somebody next to you, and Carson was coming up on old tires, and yeah, I just, I think it's a 50-50 racing deal. Other people could see it as my fault. Other people could see it as his fault. I think it was more my fault than his, but at the end of the day, it's just a racing thing. I still want to say sorry to Carson. I mean, he was fast, and he got the worst end of it. He ended up going to the inside wall and dying.
Yeah, I was right behind you guys. I said, "Oh,
rest in peace."
I think they're getting close. They're getting tight. Oh, there goes Carson, and I saw him hit the wall, and I said, 4-car, deceased.
Yeah, he was dead, and like I said, I feel bad that he died. He'd gotten in the wall at some point, and I was telling Ryan, I was like, okay, I think this is my chance. Carson got in the wall. I've kind of been waiting for this, and I mean, I got around him, and then lap traffic, and then just hard racing. I mean, hard racing on old tires. We were getting ready to pit. We were getting towards that window of pitting, and I'm an idiot, so oh well. It is what it is.
Your words, not mine.
I'll take the blame. It's okay. Carson's got a lot of speed. Obviously, he will be back, and if he wrecks me, I probably deserve it. But then, so we pit, and we come back out. I think we're like about halfway through the race, right?
Yeah.
We
pit them.
Zittel, what happens? What happens? You're up in the top 5.
Fire up the siren.
Officer.
I come out of pit road, and I know there's no advantage. I shouldn't be this high to begin with. This is the most laps I've ever completed at Dover in season 1 and 2 combined. I've never gotten to lap 65 before, so this is rare air. And then you're telling me I'm in P4? Like, okay. So pit, come out, just rolling down with everybody else, and I look up and I go, "Ooh, well, that's fast." 36. Great. Black flag. God.
God
Pull
bless
off to the
America.
side. Everybody drives by, and I get, Zittel, did you speed? And I thought I had it set up where I could say it because I said, yeah, you got me. And nobody heard me. And I had to change my radio. I go, yeah, Officer Breeding got me standing on the end of pit road.
Zittel gets popped for speeding running in the top 5. That has got to be the most Zittel thing. You go from winning the week before to pit lane speeding penalty. That's
That
crazy.
sounds about Zittel.
Really? It's really decent.
Really
That
decent.
35 mile an hour pit road
Yeah.
speed is
35 miles an hour is criminal.
That pit road is brutal.
There's no reason that pit road should be that slow.
And it all gets kind of murky there. I wish I'd have taken better notes or like rewatched the race before this, but I know
Well, you're lucky. I have the I do have the session events right in front of me.
So when I know Jeremy ends up somewhere up front, we restart and then it's a 4-track breakaway.
Yeah, we take the restart with on lap 63. Have some black flags cleared here and there, lucky dog, and yeah, Jeremy takes the lead. He takes off, and he takes off for a good little bit,
and then
tires
died.
Tires died. He started falling back, and then we had that next wreck with Jeff. And a couple other people. I know Paul Ellison got involved. I know Garrett got involved.
Flinky.
Flinky kind of slid. Yeah, Flinky kind of slid into Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett ran into Paul, and Paul ran into Jeff, and I dive as hard as I can underneath all of it. I think Michael Dean's right behind me.
I was right behind Jeff, and there was a down car got into the outside wall, and Jeff was. I mean, we were coming right off the corner. You know, you're flying at that point,
right?
And he darted left, man, and just all around. Nice. I got through a little hole, and we got a little bit of net code, and it dented his back bumper up, and just shot him straight into the wall.
Yeah, that was nuts to see in front of me. Like, oh Lord, here we go.
That was a very bad time for a caution to come.
Yes, it was, because we go back racing on lap 82, and that opens the door for either splitting it in half or
going the whole way,
going to the end. And I mean, you look at the results on who split it in half and who went all the way. Well, 8 drivers go all the way, and they're the only 8 to finish on the lead lap.
That's a fact.
Yep.
And
tire fall off was crazy. You had like 10 laps of just maximum grip and everything, and as soon as you hit that 11th lap, there was a fall off, and that was kind of the battle I was debating. Jeremy ended up falling back. I don't know if he hit the wall or something, or just burnt his stuff up real bad, but it went back to me, Andy, and Ryan, and Ryan's like, I'm going the whole way, I'm saving. And I was like, okay. And this is before the caution comes out, and I was like, well, he's gonna 1-stop it. And I was like, I can try and 2-stop it. And then I got past Ryan and started pulling away from him, and still felt like I was saving tires, and not by much, but by enough that I was still quick. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna follow Andy. I know I can't set it in. Well, we'll get there, but said it after the race to a couple of people. I know I can't beat Ryan or Andy on the same strategy as them, but we're gonna give it a go and at least get a good finish out of it. And then that caution with Jeff comes out, and it's just a really awkward time to come out, and 8 trucks go the distance.
Yep. I came in lap. No, I came in lap 40, I think, or with 40 to go.
Yeah.
I came in. And
what was that, 90 something?
90 something, yeah, 92, 93, and I come out of pit road, and I'm like, holy, 2 laps down. I said, first of all, the pit road speed limit is criminal, And second of all, now I'm 2 laps down. I said,
Yeah.
okay, these guys who are saving are gonna have to. They're gonna wreck sooner or later. Somebody's gonna slip, and somebody's gonna, slip up and do something. All I gotta be is the first person in line to get back and just try to be in front. No, nothing. Everybody decides to race the cleanest races of their lives with 40 to go, and I blew by everybody once. I know I scared Ryan. Just all of a sudden, I just showed up in his mirror and blew right by him. And
It was really fun being super fast on the
it was
stretch.
for a while. It was real fun, and like John said, you got about 10 laps of it where you felt like Superman.
Yeah.
The 11th lap, kryptonite came in, and you fell off the. All of a sudden, you hit the ground.
Yeah, we
And-
pitted lap 104, I think,
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
So we pitted like 10 laps after everybody else.
Yeah.
And I mean, Jan was way faster than I was, and
Mhm.
I had my foot in it for 30 laps.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jan's fastest lap of the race was lap 110.
Yeah,
It was
and
just
I
flying.
passed Andy one time, and I said, "Jan, we're only 1 lap down, right?" And he's like, "Yep." He just, and we
Yeah.
weren't. We were still 2.
No,
Yeah.
you guys were, well, technically you were 1 lap down once you passed Andy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the battle I was fighting the whole time. I'm running P2. Andy's driving away from me at this point. Not as bad as it could have been. But Ryan was starting to show up at my back bumper again, and I burnt my stuff up too early before the caution came out for it to be worth saving any at the end. And so I was just pushing at that point. Ryan ends up getting around on me, but thankfully had a good enough gap built up to William Salamone and Dylan Frazier in 4th and 5th that I was like, okay, I can just cruise here. And then all of a sudden, with about 15 laps to go, Flinky goes, guys, I got a black flag, but I didn't hit anything. And I just instantly go, oh, shit. And I was like,
he didn't hit anything. What the hell is he talking? Oh,
I knew as soon as he said it, I go, oh my God, he blew a tire. I'm so screwed. And I don't know if I said that over my team radio or what. I was still ahead of Ryan at this point. I was still ahead of Ryan at this point, and I just go, I'm screwed. I'm toast. I'm gonna blow a tire with like 4 to go and just be screwed. Thankfully, tires held on. Come home P3, finishing out the podium. Ryan comes home P2. He led 23 laps, and again, Andy dominated. He led 85 laps. Earned that one. He had rotten luck at Dover the first 2 races of the first 2 trips there, seasons 1 and 2. Season 2, it basically lost him the. Oh, excuse me. It basically lost him the championship in season 2.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool for Andy to come back and rebound. He takes the points lead from Zittel. You're still second if there's any consolation.
I'm gonna have to remind myself that's bad that it's not bad because breaking news: my hauler crashed on the way to Iowa, and I'm not making it.
Zittel's not going to be at Iowa. You could take a provisional. Apparently, we do provisionals now. I don't know.
I did communicate to Ryan that I would like to take my provisional, so I think I'm gonna make the rest of them.
And we still have a drop race to take, so there is
that. Just 2 then, right? So basically 2.
Basically 2, yeah. You just have to say your provisional like 2 weeks before or something like that, or a week before.
Michael, week before, during, or after.
So that's your top 3. William Salamone comes home 4th. Dylan Frazier comes home 5th. 2 rookies in the top 5. That's awesome. Eric Breeding comes home 6th. He was so strong. So strong all week long.
Yeah. He had the fastest average lap time.
Yeah.
I think it was like 29.3 or something.
That's 29.245.
Which is crazy. That's insane.
How much faster is that than Andy's?
Andy's was 30.3.
Yeah,
so
there you go. Yeah,
a lot.
Eric was he was on rails all weekend or all week.
I think he had a black flag, and that's what messed him up.
Yeah, he got a stupid black flag for passing under yellow when he didn't pass under yellow, and when it caught his attention, he hit the wall, and so by the time it got cleared, he was like last, anyways.
Already
So
started, yeah.
it didn't matter. Sam Dunaway comes home 7th. Pascal Simard.
Pascal Simard.
Pascal Simard comes home in 8th. Jan in 9th, 1 lap down. Michael Dean in 10th, 1 lap down. Kyle Zittel in 11th, 1 lap down. And that's all the people I remember. I don't remember who else was a lap or 2 laps, but Michael Krall comes home 12th.
1 lap down.
Ryan Pittman in the 08 comes home 13th.
1 lap down.
Garrett Rainey 14th. Kyle Dumig 15th. Jeremy McKinnon 16th. Paul Ellison 17th. Cole Maxwell 18th. Flinky in 19th. He led 6 laps, by the way. Shout out Flinky again. Tristan Underwood in the 90, 20 laps, or 20 laps, 20th. David Fay in 21st. Jeff Langston, Rodney Roberts, Brantley Gainey, Corey Rutherford, Carson, and Carter Jokiel, rounding out the rest of the field all the way down to 27th.
I also would like to shout out with good finishes. Piston Head. They are now, after this race, they are now P1 in the team competition by 1 point, but still. And also shout out to them with their paints. They all look the same. They are different colors, but they are all the same. Yep. And it looks sharp.
Team. They are the team standings leader, and they well represent as a team. Dylan Frazier, their highest finisher this past week, finishing in that P5. Sam Dunaway really strong 7th. He started where?
I'm saying Dylan Frazier's 3rd in points.
Oh yeah, he's done great the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's solid.
He came from the back. He started shotgun.
Yeah, so I mean that's a great race. Hopefully they can keep it up. That'd be cool to see. I know Flinky had speed at Dover. I'm wondering if he can continue that. I know that kid can short track. Seen him at IRP in Wilkesboro, and every time we've gone to a short track, Flinky's been really good. So is Sam. Interested to see how Dylan does. He's new to the league. Also, I think David Fay is their 4th member, and obviously we know David's really strong at the plate tracks. Really haven't seen. I think he usually comes around for like the plate tracks, and I haven't seen him much at the intermediates and short tracks other than Dover. That I can recall. I'm probably just tired and dumb, but it is what it is.
He's a little here and there.
Yeah, he makes it when he can. Piston Head gonna look to represent strong. Yeah, said that right. Cool. RNS is 2nd, I believe, and then Zittelink broke guy and insert coin. Great top 5. It's gonna be a great battle all year long. And I mean, 2 races in, and it's been an exciting one already. I'm pretty.
Yeah, we still got a long ways to go too.
Yeah, I'm pumped for the rest of the season, and you're 100% right, Michael Dean. We have a long way to go. We have 15 more races. 15 whole races.
Dang, I didn't know we were doing 17. I thought it was only 16.
It's 16. No, we are doing. We're doing 17 because we're doing the All-Star race.
All-Star race. How do you get into that, John K?
You got to win a race or be top 10 in points. I'm locked in the All-Star race. Kyle Zittle's locked in the All-Star race. Michael Dean's locked in the All-Star race.
I'm not locked in.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
you
in
finished.
on points.
You're in on points last season. You're locked in. I'm pretty
sure.
Oh,
I'm in based on points last season. Okay,
I think that's how it goes. It's 10 top 10 in points last season.
Okay, then hey, I'm locked in.
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Michael Dean's locked in on points. Kyle Zittle's locked in on points. That's awesome. I can't wait to kick Zittle's behind at Charlotte.
That'll be super fun.
I'm going all out. We're bringing Gordon's T-Rex car. We're cheating our way to another W.
I'm wrecking the hell out of you. Just so you know.
Noted.
Oh no. Oh well. I just realized something. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
What?
Stupid Steam notifications popping up in the bottom right of my. It's okay. I'll take care of it.
Oh, I was like, I don't care how many people know you're gonna wreck me.
I will too. Don't think I won't. I've shown it in practice multiple times.
Warm up, practice. day of race practice.
Yep. Gotta let you know. So this week we go to a short track, a legit short track, less than a mile. I think it's 0.8 miles, 0.8 of a mile, whatever. Iowa, 165 laps around a cornfield in the middle of nowhere. The You'd Look Good in Blue 165. I don't know who's sponsoring this race. Zittel sponsoring this race. Zittel, are we doing a special care package again this time? Or?
Even though I will not be there, I will still be giving out a couple boxes of donuts from your local Quick Trip.
Your
Something
local
else.
Quick Trip, not our local.
That's right, no one else's. Your local Quick Trip is in the UP.
I live in Michigan. I would like to win. I want a special trophy. I want to win one of the cool races. Bristol's on the list. I think Bristol I could do some damage, but
Andy won the last Quick Trip event that was at Milwaukee, and
he won the honey
Bristol.
at the last
Yep.
the last non-dirt Bristol.
Yep. His kids and his wife got to the donuts before he did.
He's not going to be here this time, so I have a chance.
There you go.
I have a chance. I'll wreck everybody for some donuts. I don't care.
Have you shown the trophies for this season yet?
Have I shown the trophies for the season?
Yeah, like on the Venomcast.
No, I have not. I don't have trophies yet.
Oh, I'm saying the ones that got shared.
Oh no, I have not.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was not aware I was not aware that any got shared.
Yeah, you didn't see it? A big old trophy for the season champion.
No.
Oh, Ryan's.
Oh, are you talking about Ryan sent his trophies?
Yeah.
Oh, is that all his?
Those were
all his.
Oh wow.
Those were all his.
I'll show my trophies off when I get them. Got a most popular driver that I somehow backed into, just like Zittel did at Daytona, and I'm just kidding. I have Darlington, which I actually backed into. I got lucky there.
That was a good race.
That was a great race. I just wish. I mean, I'm not gonna say I wish it differently because that'd be lying if I did say that.
Yeah, no, it is how it should have always been.
Yep, Michael Dean's win is coming. It might be this weekend at Iowa. Who knows?
We'll see.
I've been pushing.
I like it.
I've been pushing way too hard in practice. Trying to go too fast when you have to go slow to go fast. I've not done a very good job of it. Yeah, I'll put that picture up. I'll brag for Ryan a little bit. Unsubscribe from State Line Sim Racing, however. Immediately. Iowa's a fun little track. It's like Richmond, but more fun. I think it's more open. It feels wider. There's more grooves. Yeah. It feels like you can drink pop and rip top in 3 and 4. You have to catfish. You have to catfish in 1 and 2 because there's some bumps up in the top of 1 and 2. I will say one of my proudest moments though. I raced top split with Nathan because I woke up at 5 a.m. for God knows what reason. And I came home with like a P6 and I passed a like 2,500 iRating guy on the top in 1 and 2 over the bumps and drove around him.
Dang.
It can happen.
That is impressive.
It can happen. But if you go in too hot, you are going to end up in the wall. 3 and 4 is really slick on exit, especially coming off the bottom. It's going to be tough. There's going to be people that spin. I think the early cautions are going to be people spinning on the exit of 3 and 4. I know that I ruined green flag pit stops in a Venom recruitment race before season 3 at Iowa, spinning on cold tires after a green flag pit stop coming out of 3 and 4.
What a legend.
I bow. It can happen. It can happen. I'm gonna lie and say I've seen Nathan do it before. I haven't. I've never seen Nathan drive here. It does happen. It gets slick. It's gonna be fun. And I think the most fun part about it is there's so many grooves. You can have people running the bottom and you can have people running the top, and there's gonna be slide jobs. There's gonna be crossovers. There's gonna be wrecks. There's gonna be racing is the important part. there's not going to be a lack of passing. There's going to be tire saving. There's going to be people that struggle immensely saving tires. That place is pretty tough on tires. If you
if you're overdriving the corner,
if you don't,
you're just going to destroy them.
Right. Don't run correctly, you're going to eat them up. I'm looking forward to it. I'm trophy hunting. I don't care about points. I'm basically running for colleague at this point. I'm just kidding. I'm talking out my butt right now, but
that's a fact.
I really would like to win. I think I can short track pretty decent. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna let the race come to us. My goal is a top 10. Pretty easy. I think I can do that. Zittel, what's your goal for this week? Oh wait, just kidding. You're not racing, loser. Michael Dean, what's your goal for this week?
A win, but I would be very happy with it. I'd be very happy with a top 5, but as long as I'm in the top 10, we'll be a-okay.
It's gonna be a long one. 165 laps. There's been a lot of guys already complaining. We're not gonna name names, but there have been guys complaining about trying to do long runs and falling asleep. So it raises a real question when you get in the race. Are people going to be able to stay focused long enough to make it happen for 165 laps?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, if you don't, the price is steep.
It's a steep price to pay if you're not careful.
It is.
Wow, 2 races down already. The season has just begun. Iowa this week, and then it will be broadcast once again on PTM Racing TV on Facebook. Make sure to go check them out. Give them a like. Make sure to subscribe and like the video here on JK Gaming. Right here.
Subscribe to JK Gaming only.
Subscribe to JK Gaming only and Car Inside. Car Inside's okay. Michigan next week will be sponsored by the Venomcast and presented by JK Gaming.
Perfect.
Yay. My home race. I'm pretty pumped. Hope I can do good there. But first, we can't overlook the cornfield in Iowa that got dug into, and I'm sure some farmer is pissed about it. Zittel, where did the "you look good in blue" come from?
When we were blessed enough to be brought onto a broadcasting service, we were told that we kind of had to do a little more tongue-in-cheek references to who we were sponsoring or who was sponsoring said races. I did the one last year because nobody cared. Nobody knew who we were. This one, a little different. I decided to just do what is one of our it's like a hiring tagline. We have on banners and stuff. So yeah,
smart.
our work polos are blue.
It's very nice.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
Pretty solid.
As opposed to whatever Cole's sponsor is later in the season. Las Vegas. It's not even on there yet, but we know what it is.
It will be there.
Cold chill. I will not be saying that race when we get there. I'll say where we are, and how long it is, but I will not say the sponsor of the race.
What are you talking about? The dildosforfree.com 165?
That one. That one. I'm too chicken to say it.
Make sure you check out the website after next week.
After next week. The 3 races we're looking at next: Iowa, Michigan, and Martinsville. I'm pumped. Martinsville is going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible.
It's a perfect truck schedule. It's Dover, you get real close to everybody. You get real nice and cozy. Iowa, somebody's gonna be mad at somebody for about a week.
Yeah.
Then we go to Michigan.
Probably Jeremy McKinnon.
Oh Lord, Michigan. We're all gonna spread out again. We're all gonna have our own little space, and then we're gonna go to Martinsville. We're gonna beat and bang and send people in the wall.
People are going to be more pissed off after Michigan than you think. It races exactly like a plate track. It's going to get hairy. Watkins Glen after that, so we'll have our first road course. So that's your look at the next month or so in Venom. Actually, yeah, the next month. That is all of June right there. Iowa, Michigan, Martinsville, Watkins Glen. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait for Watkins Glen. I was honestly sitting here the other day. I was like, I wonder when our first road course race is. And it's going to be the week after Martinsville. So my leg's probably still going to be sore from braking all the time when we get to Watkins Glen. But I'm looking forward to it. Michael Dean in this little June, I almost said July. In this little June stretch, what race are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, it's got to be Watkins Glen, honestly. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Turning right and left. And it's a very popular road course that everybody knows. Zittel, obviously not going to be here for Iowa. Already a race winner. What race are you looking forward to in the next month?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan was a good race last time. So, you were there. You remember.
I was there. I do remember. I remember watching Paul Ellison sail around the outside of me.
Like you, once again, if you have a set of tires, you put those on.
Yeah. Oh man, heartbreak back to back in season 2. I lost at Bristol, and then I lost at Michigan, back to back. Single tier. That's all that's allowed because I have a win now, so I'm okay.
I'm still crying.
Michael Dean, you get a virtual hug.
Thank you.
Bring it in, buddy. Bring it in.
I think wasn't Darlington and Talladega back to back too.
Yes.
So that means this season is my turn, right?
Yep. It is your turn. It is your turn, Michael Dean.
We'll see what happens.
Where is Talladega? Talladega's race 15th this year. Race 15th.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get a win for that.
Homestead and then Talladega. And then Bristol. So Talladega, then Bristol. So you could be possible. It'd be the end of the season.
Yeah, should have been Darlington throwback race.
Yeah. Sorry. That rowdy truck needed to be in victory lane.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all I've got for this week. You guys got any parting thoughts before we leave these wonderful people?
Tune in Tuesday.
PTM Racing TV on Facebook. Zittel, anything you want to say? The link will be in the description for that, by the way.
Description. Absolutely. Yes. Tune in. Watch. Show your friends. Show your family.
Show your friends. Tell your family. Tell them to subscribe right here. I want to hit 100 subs before I die. It's not looking good. I'm stuck at 63.
Before he dies part, not the 100 subs part.
Yeah. I'd like to hit 100 subs before I die. There's no telling when I'm going to die, so help me out here. It's like a Make-A-Wish kid, kind of. Oh, I might have to cut that part out, but...
All great artists. All great artists don't get famous until they're dead.
Yeah. I would like to get famous before I die. That'd be nice. Anyways, I've been John K. That's been Kyle Zittel next to me. I need to figure out my background thing still. And that's been Michael Dean below me. Thanks, Dino. You're the best, sweetheart.
Happy to be here.
Michael Dean was supposed to be my co-host this week, but we were running late, so we all just started in here. Well, boys, Zittel, good luck fishing at whatever pond you're at after crashing your hauler, you idiot.
I'll be golfing while I find a new hauler driver.
Good luck, Michael Dean, this week, and Michael Dean only this week.
You too, buddy. Good luck.
Then I'm out.
Get fucked, Crawl.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.
That's funny.
Let's stay in at the end. Get fucked, idiot.
Get fucked. I had a new background. It was this one, except what you're trying to find is not here.
You might as well have used that one. That's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, but then it would have been like, oh, I can't even move far enough to. Everything's in the way.
There it is.
That's terrible.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Tell Dean to keep it down.
Yeah. Tell him it's bedtime. Tell him it's bedtime.
It's way past his.
Way past his bedtime.
Yeah. Sorry for keeping him up. You guys can go cuddle now if you would like.
He was like, it's way past his bedtime. You guys can go cuddle now.
I'm still recording.
That's funny.
I got all that. I got all that on recording.
I'm gonna do my best here, buddy, but I did not go to broadcaster school.
Okay, I did, and I'm pretty terrible at it.
Hell yeah.
There are 2 videos of me on YouTube somewhere at UW Milwaukee. We read the news. So we did a newscast that would run all week on campus TV. It was one take, nothing. One of them, I sat before we recorded, and I'm reading through the sheet, and I got to somebody's name, and I was like, I can't pronounce this. And they were like, hey, we'll just put like, we'll splash it. So we'll break it down on the teleprompter. Like, cool, I can do that.
They didn't do that.
I'm standing there, and I read into a story, and they start showing the package on the screen. I can see somebody take the mouse and go up to the teleprompter and take all the dashes out. I stood there and went, what are you doing? Oh, I got to that person's name, and I went,
It's on YouTube.
It's somewhere. If I looked for it, I could find it. And then one of them, I was just reading the teleprompter too fast, and my tongue got in front of my eyes. And
There's one of me practicing to deliver a baby when I was in EMT school. I think I'd be hard to find, but I'd have to find it.
I know. I'm gonna have to find it one day. Just be like, here's me, verbal diarrhea.
Here's me giving birth to a baby.
They're slippery.
It's such a disgusting descriptor.
It's true.
They just cover a doll in ethylene. But here you go.
No, I delivered a real.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
If you ever drop a baby, just make a seizure.
That's way cooler.
Life lessons. That didn't really happen. Just so you know.
And action.